This is Derek Davis with DC Magazine interviewing Coach Seagrave, who helps out a lot of sports. Well, Mr. Seagrave, can you tell us all the sports you do help coach?
Well, since I am literate, yes, I can tell you what sports I coach. I'm the varsity boys tennis coach. I'm the varsity assistant boys basketball coach, and I'm an assistant coach with the baseball program, and I help a little bit with the girls basketball program.
Okay, let's start off with baseball. We always have a pretty good year in baseball. How do you think the baseball team will hold up this year without some of the starting seniors that graduated last year, like Brad Lamar and Mike Hillmeyer?
Well, here in Decatur, we deal with that every year because we're usually heavily laden with seniors. Okay, in our program, we develop players along the way, and we usually do have a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of seniors. Those were quality players we had last year. I think we'll fare very well because we had a real young baseball team this summer that we took around the state playing a lot of tournaments and everything else, and they did very well. So I think we'll have a fine baseball season.
Okay. Next to tennis, the tennis has started off with a slow start this year. Do you think they can turn around?
Well, I don't know if it's a matter of turning it around because I knew when I came in and took the job that it was going to be very slow. We have one varsity player with any experience who is playing varsity this year, so we know it's going to be a long time before we get to the point where we're going to be real competitive. But we know that time will come. We're working real hard out there, and we know over time that hard work will pay off and we'll be okay.
Lastly, but not least, basketball. How do you think it'll hold up without Jerry Bippus this year?
Well, Jerry's one of those kids who only comes around, once every decade or so, where you get a kid who can just do so many things on the basketball court that other people can't do. He's just a natural player, great athlete. We're going to have to replace him with a number of players: Brad Tidd, Derek White, Sean Smith. Some of these guys will have to pick up the slack for him, but we do have some guys who are quality players and who will be able to pick up for him a little bit. And I'd like to make one comment too, Derek. I know this is probably your second year in reporting, and I must say, for a young man, that is quite a mustache you're trying to grow there.
Okay, and finally, how do you think, we'll start with basketball here, how do you think the outlook, what's your prediction on the 95 basketball season?
I think it's pretty good. It's going to be an interesting year for us. We have 5 players coming back who have played a lot for us. We don't have much size, but we do have Mike Green, who was a leading rebounder in the state last year, and all the other guys are really under 6 foot coming in as seniors. So it'll be interesting. I think we'll have decent quickness. I think even though we're small, we will rebound fairly well. Defensively, we're going to get after people, and offensively, we're trying to run a little bit of a new offense this year, so it's going to take us a little time, but I think the outlook is pretty bright.
Okay. Same question, basically, the outlook on how about tennis?
Tennis, well, the outlook for tennis is we're going to struggle, and we know we're going to struggle because other teams have a head start on us. They have players who play year-round. Most of them have racket clubs located around them somewhere. So we know that it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. What we're trying to instill in our players is some pride in the tennis program here, and we know that takes time. But if they keep working hard and the coaches will put in the effort, if the players put in the effort, then it'll come around. It'll be slow, though.
Okay, last question here today is how do you think baseball will do this year?
Well, I think the baseball team will be very good. The baseball team has been one of the most successful programs here at Decatur, and I think that will continue. We have some quality pitching. We have some guys who hit the ball fairly well this year in our summer games, so I think we'll be really good.
Okay, well, this has been Derek Davis and Mr. Seagrave for DC Magazine. Bye.